Hello, Pat Skeets here from meandmycricket.com. Um, that's my website where I do post all of my scrapbook pages with a description of the papers and images that I've used, where they're from. And I use my Cricut a lot, so like all the time. It's my main go-to for scrapbooking. So but I also post design space links for all of my pages, so you can copy them easily if you like them. If you like an idea, you can download the link to your design space and then change it up to suit your photos. So anyway, today I'm doing an album share of summer, beach, kids pages, a mixture of summery pages. So to begin with, my granddaughter loves to go to the beach, and so we took her with a friend to the beach, and this is a Mike Weir Park, it says. So it's a very natural, beautiful beach there, as you can see. There's not a lot of people, so it was just lovely. We like going there. So anyway, to begin with, I found this nice summery floral paper, and this wavy paper is like water, and it's a similar color to the water here in the photos. So that's why I chose these papers. So I created a box down here and matted it, and another one up here with this tropical paper that's on this side. So it's repeating on the opposite side. And then I found this image of by the shore of sand and plants growing and fish, or I guess it's under the water. So and then this is seaweed or whatever, and shells, because they were shell hunting. So that's where I got my title, Sand Treasures. And then I just mounted it and lifted it up high, just created a grouping over here, added an arrow to see them, just to join the pages together, I suppose. And then I put some seashells here, created another grouping, and added a couple images right over here, just filling up the space here and there. I also have a die, so when I was done all that, I just thought I'd like something else on here, so I added this pretty flourish on there. Repeated my seaweed or plants that are, I just added them all over the place, filling up the space, making it interesting. I like lots of layers. So I did emboss this background here with the same as the arrow and the shells, and ink them all so it gives them a little more detail. I should tell you that I do have videos for page processes for each of these pages actually on my YouTube channel, so you can seek them out. There is a link below to my website as well, so you can get the design space links. Okay, so this page is more beach. So we took the kids to another beach. This is the main beach, Canatera Park in Sarnia. So on this page I used Kiwi Lane along the bottom, and then this is the Funky Frills, one of the borders that coordinates exactly with this Kiwi Lane pattern of borders, so I used it there. I chose to repeat the paper that I used there in a border along the right, and then a block up here, and I did create a small border here to just join these two images. I also made found a shell border here. They love looking for shells. And then they were eating watermelon in this photo, so I did put a piece of watermelon. It's a cute image, and I put googly eyes on it and lifted it up, along with the beach sign. This is just chipboard. Oh, this is a cute image. I grouped all these images with the lawn chair, the beach chair, the umbrella, the towels, and the bathing suit. I grouped them all to create just a an embellishment here in this corner, a cluster. So then I could shadow the whole thing together and make it as one image. So that was fun to do. I'm doing that more and more, creating titles mostly, but that was for an image. And then I found this lovely shell image for up there. Very beachy. This is Creative Memories border. They're laser cut borders. I like those. And I added a brad of a turtle here and one of a butterfly up here. That's it. Just fun details. Like in beach pages. So my granddaughter loves going. So we were at the Mike Weir Park, and she likes playing there too. And then we went to the beach. So we posed before we went down to the beach. She posed for us for a few pictures, and I loved them. All right, so this outdoor page, I decided I found this paper that I had, and I love the dragonflies on it. So that gave me a theme. There's a dragonfly, a big one here. They're all on the background here. And then I found this beautiful dragonfly image, so I loved it. So I used it on this page for the whole theme comes together with that. And I added another dragonfly here on the corner and another border of them up here. That was lots of fun. I did background for this photo, a frame. This is a laser cut frame from Creative Memories. I'm buying them all the time. So there's one here that I pushed the photo over and up and used it as a background for the corner. And then I used another one of their laser cut frames behind this photo. I turned it sideways so that more of it would show, and it became a base for it. This is another Creative Memories border, laser cut border here. I love that. So I just making layers. So the title Beach, I popped it with the peach color because it was on this pelican's feet and beak. So that just gave me a tiny pop of color. And then I called this Beach Girl. I'm going to put this behind. There. So I also have, by the time when I finished all this and I was ready to embellish, I have a what do you call it? A die full of grass. And so I decided to line it along the bottom of both of these photos because she's heading out and like there's a whole bunch of grass out there. And then I just ran a string of pearls underneath it. It just makes it pop, brings your eye there. I did a cluster with Creative Memories embellishments here. Very leafy, matches these papers beautifully. And then I added pearls all in here and up here on my dragonfly too. And then I repeated this border of pearls up here. It just ties it all together. I love this page. I think this is a beautiful image. Okay, so we all often take her down to the river because she loves to see the big boats going by. So here was a big boat. So that gave me a theme for my page. And this is twisted. There we go. But it goes under. Okay. Good. So I have my boat theme, which I love, doing a nautical page. This would be good for cruises too. I picked some beautiful paper. This is a Creative Memories. I think this was a surprise box paper. And then there's this border is from there too, laser cut border. On top I did that on top of my kiwi lane. I created a border here, and then there's a border punch of sailboats that I have from Creative Memories, so I used it here. It really pops in the peach color. I guess that's because my top was peach. And then I looked for some images, so I found this boat a frontal view, because I wanted two the same on each side of the bridge. And this one fit in the middle of the bridge. That's why. Now this bridge I cut on a 24-inch mat. I blew it up, and yeah, so it was, I like doing that. If I can do a great big image on a page, it really has impact, because this park is right below the bridge, the river where we go. This is the border to the US. So this is a fun page and can be used for a cruise or sailing, fishing, that sort of thing. All right, a girly page. So the girls were, I guess they'd had enough sun, been to the beach long enough, so they were in the house. And I set them up to do each other's nails. So they were doing manicures here. That's so cute. And then I found an image of a hand with a nail brush. So that was kind of perfect. I did 2 Julie Nutting dolls. I love using those doll stamps. So I used 2 of them, one for each girl. And I created a nice big border, top and bottom. Whoops, I have a pad of girly paper, and so it has nail polish bottles all over. So that was perfect for this page. Then I found a beautiful nail polish bottle image and used it over here. I made a fancy frame for both the photos, and I used a border punch here along the bottom of this photo, swirled one, just a latticey type one. And then this is another border punch that I used along the top and bottom of these 2 borders. I created a circle here for a background for my girls, and it has perfume, all girly stuff, so that was a perfect coordinate. I'm sure it's from the same pad as the nail polish. So I like dressing these dolls. It was kind of fun. I created a cluster here and a little thing up there. This is sort of like a big one up there with 2 images on either side. Fun, girly stuff. And now this is a beautiful page. I love it. So this page, this paper is from Graphics 45, bee collection. And so I picked 2 different papers for the backgrounds. This has got bees all over the background. This is just a black and yellow stripe. So we took the girls to a park, a botanical garden park, and then we gave them each a camera. So these are pictures that they were taking. So I told them I would scrapbook them. And so I just wanted to use this new paper pack. So I used a bee theme on this page because it was all yellow flowers. It went with it well. All right. I found a really cute bee image, and this is honeycomb image that goes, I put it underneath to anchor the bee on to make it show up. These flowers, there's a corner here, another one, a coordinate, and then I think that's a repeat of this that I just turned around. They were made for vinyl, and boy was it difficult putting all these little, each piece in place. They were so tiny, I thought I was going to go crazy. So I don't recommend doing that. I'd find other easier flowers to do that's designed for paper. Anyway, it turned out, it took me 2 days, but it turned out beautifully. I then, like, one of them was a frame, right? So this is a frame that I just put on top of the photo, and I love that. Absolutely love it. So I did big honeycomb in the background, and added another couple of bees over here, put a title on. And these are just some stickers that came with the Graphics 45. All these little things are stickers, and this is a border that came with that collection. I guess it was a kit. So I do love this page. I think it's very pretty. Here's another pretty page with their photos from the garden, from the botanical garden. I think this is very pretty too. So I used a plain, quite a simple background paper, and then I added Kiwi Lane borders to the right hand side, and this background paper here I used a big block, whatever I didn't use there, I used the rest of it in the middle, slid it over a bit, and just cut it down the middle. So I added a border punch behind of ivy because it was so botanical and a lot of leaves on here. And then I added a border along the top to join these images. Looked for some new daisy images. They're absolutely beautiful. I love them. So I did some in yellow and some in white because that's the predominant colors. Look at these. I think that's Black-Eyed Susan's. Anyway, it was very colorful photos, and I chose to do with the yellow, go with the yellow in that. These flowers there's some yellow in there too. That's went nicely. So this is from the cartridge Bloom. I absolutely love that cartridge, especially for children's pages, little girls and that. So it's a cartoony kind of images, really pretty. All right, I lifted all my flowers up, and then I used a marker to add a little detail to them. It really helps. I added yellow ones to here, but you won't be able to see them on camera. I embossed all this title. Maybe if I hold this up, you can see the difference that it makes when you emboss, and you can see the lines I did here and the yellow ones in here. It doesn't show unless you're really looking at the page. I did cut out some circles to put behind. I put a yellow one behind this flower and a white one behind this flower to help them stand out. And I added little leaves here and there, all over the place. Just keep adding things. That's the way I do things. So anyway, I love this page too. It's very pretty. And now I guess they found a wooded spot there. So these photos are like in the woods. Pine cone theme, because there was a pine cone on this, and they were evergreen trees full of pine cones. So it just gave me a pine cone theme. So this paper is from, I'm sure it's from a pad called Evergreen. I loved it, so I bought it two of them when I bought it, because I knew I'd use it for all kinds of outdoor pictures. And I am using it a lot. So it has trees, evergreen trees in the background there. I just cut out two squares of paper and matted them for filling up this background, for a background here. And then I used laser cut borders from Creative Memories. These are photo mats, actually. There's a green one here. I inked the edges so it would show up a bit, and a light green on this side. So I used them both as frames this time, but I just tilted this one a wee bit. This was a laser cut border from creative memories as well. I guess it went with this collection, fall collection. They are embellishments from the same collection. And then I put on here, with my Cricut, I cut out these pine cones and then this title, In the Woods. So those are my outdoor summer kids pages and beachy pages. I hope you enjoyed looking at some of these. And remember, there are YouTube videos for the making of each of these pages, so you can continue watching some of those. Thanks for watching, and happy scrapping.